Hey everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Jeanette, and on this channel my dad and I share our ideas for plant-based foods and meals and share our experiences with how a plant-based diet has affected our health. But I'm also a registered nurse, so sometimes I will do videos on wellness and well-being. And today I'm heading over to my parents because I'm going to do a Gary's Kitchen video. And what he has come up with is something that he wanted to resemble like a roasted turkey breast. So he has been working on this for weeks, and he's come up with something that is made with soy curls and seitan. And I had a few bites of this last week and it is incredible, and he wanted to work on it just a little bit more. So he's gonna make it today because tomorrow is Easter for us, and we're gonna have it for Easter dinner. All right, I'm over here at my mom and my dad's. This is my dad, Gary. And what are we making today?
Well, one of my favorite foods is turkey. And being Easter Sunday, I said I missed it because I can't have any. So I decided to make some myself. So we're going to make some turkey and also a baked ham with pineapple on it. So my mouth is drooling already. So let's go. Okay, let's put the turkey together, but I'm not going to do that without Johnny Lawrence beer. Alrighty, here we go. The first step, I took some Butler soy curls, and you can get them online for Amazon. We've had them before. And I rehydrated this half a bag of soy curls in just some veggie stock with a little garlic in there. And you rehydrate them. Then I threw them in a skillet with a little bit of vegan chicken bouillon. A couple tablespoons. Whisked it around and soaked the soy curls in there. Don't cook them too long, just until they get warm and everything gets saturated. And when they were finished, I took them out and squeezed the water, as much water as I could get out of them. And I saved the liquid. And here's the soy curls that we're going to use. They're all chopped up in a blender and then cooked in a skillet. You can see there. So here's the liquid that I saved.
That's from cooking the
from the soy curls and the little garlic. So the first thing we're going to do is, I made this recipe the first time, and it was really, really delicious, but I didn't have really any binder in it, and it kind of fell apart like a loose meatloaf. I didn't want that. I wanted to be able to slice it, because I like turkey slices. I like turkey sandwiches. So I tried this the next time and it worked really well. I'm going to pour our soy curls in here. And then I'm going to take some Vital wheat gluten. Just like you would make the roast that we've had on this channel before. And I'm going to put, I don't know, a couple big spoonfuls of wheat gluten. We might have to add a little bit more. I'm going to add some of the stock. And then it's going to take a little bit more, I think.
So you just kind of eyeball it?
Yeah, until we get something like a dough-like mixture. Vital wheat gluten is funky because it doesn't bind to anything. But in this process, it's a little moist. It works. I need a little bit more. You can always add, but you can never take away. I tried taking it away and threw all of it out once. When you squeeze out your soy curl mixture, it's like a mash. Make it like a mash. I'm gonna need this. It's still a little moist, but I'm gonna need it the best I can. I don't have any Band-Aids on right now, so I'm not really used to cooking. Okay, get it nice and firm. Then I'm gonna put it in a baking dish. I'm gonna cook this at 350 for about an oven, or about an hour, about an oven. Cook it in an hour for about an oven, and then I'm gonna, after it gets done tomorrow, we'll show you the finished product tomorrow. Put it in the fridge and let it cool down, and it'll slice into nice thin slices if you want. And my wife is going to add a little poultry seasoning on this. She won't let me do it because I always overdo spices. Why are you looking at me like that?
Because I told you how to do it before you put it in the thing. You mix the poultry seasoning in with the whole loaf.
I can do that.
So now you gotta take it out of there.
Okay, well, we'll do that. We'll add a little poultry seasoning, and then I'll put it. But this is what it's going to look like when I put it in the oven.
And we have the random, like, soup label stuck to the backsplash.
She got it up there for a reason.
Better leave it there or we're gonna get in trouble.
Yeah. Okay, I'm ready. Alrighty, that's our turkey. Now, I want ham too. So same process. I took some soy curls. This time I took a can of beets, ground them up into a liquid, and I rehydrated the soy curls, about half a bag, in the beet juice. I took that and put them in the blender, ground them up, threw them in a skillet with a little chicken bouillon, vegan chicken bouillon, some garlic. Don't cook them too long, but just enough to saturate all the soy curls again. I reserved the liquid. And in the same process, I'm gonna ground them up, squeeze the liquid, as much of the liquid I could get out of them, and there's our ham. Usually I make my burgers, the seitan, I mix the vital wheat gluten with the beet juice. It turns the loaf red, looks like meat, but when it cooks up brown. If you don't add any coloring to it like beet juice or anything, it comes out a yellowish white color, just like that. And that's what I wanted with my turkey. But my ham, I want to look like ham. So, and I've never done this before, so if it doesn't come out like it's supposed to, sorry. And if you make this and you don't want to use the whole thing, I'm gonna make some corned beef hash tomorrow with this. Throw some onions and some peppers in it.
That would be good.
Throw it in, mix it up, with some sweet potatoes and veggies, and it would be really good. I'm gonna throw some vital wheat gluten in here. I hope this works. Oh man, it's a lot of work. Try to incorporate it as best you can. Like I said, this is my first foray into poultry and pigs. I'll tell you what, when you eat this, you'll get your sufficient amount of protein with the soy and the vital wheat gluten. Again, you don't need it. You could just form it, put it in on some parchment paper, some foil, and bake it. I just done be easier with dishes. It's like the guy, The Joy of Painting painter Bob Ross says, it's your ham. Do whatever you want with it. Okay, there's our ham. And this is what's left over. I'm gonna cook that for maybe some hash. I'm going to put a piece of pineapple or two on top of this, bake it at 350 for about an hour, and then tomorrow we'll see how good or bad it is. Alrighty. Excuse me. There's the two guys in there cooking. They'll be in there in an hour, maybe a little bit longer, maybe an hour and 20 minutes. Those are pretty thick. If they were thinner, maybe an hour. Okay, we need appetizers. Jeanette's going to make some sweet potato mashed potatoes, maybe with some horseradish in it.
No.
No.
You can put it in there though if you want it.
Okay, I'll do that. So we're going to have that as a side. I'm going to make some hors d'oeuvres. And I really like roasted soy cubes. So what I did is I took a package of soy. What's the kind we get?
Tofu, you mean?
Yeah, it's
I don't know. I just get the Wegmans brand. Oh, extra firm. or
extra firm.
Oh,
yeah.
okay.
So I cut them in cubes and put them
Oh.
on a towel. And
So you were weighing them down. Okay, I was looking for
yes,
something in the
I
pots.
put something in a couple old dish towels that I use for. I want them a little bit. I want them almost completely dry, or else they won't cook up that great. So these need a little bit more. I also took a couple portobello mushrooms, and I cut them into slices. And what we're going to do with both of these guys is I'm going to bread them, and then I'm going to air fry them on about 425, maybe 10 minutes. You just got to keep an eye on them so they don't burn. You know, might have to turn them. But before we air fry them, I'm going to coat them. All I use is a little bit of raw honey in a dish, and I take a basting brush and I baste the cubes all the way around and the mushrooms all the way around. And then I'm going to roll them in my crumb mixture. Actually, I should say before I do the mushrooms, I am going to saute them in a little vegetable stock because I want to get them to start releasing their juices because they're going to make a gravy out of the stock. But I don't want to cook these all the way through because then they shrink up a little bit. I just want to cook them and saute them enough to get the juices starting to come out of them. Then I'll pull them out, coat them with some honey, and then we're going to roll them in the breadcrumbs. These aren't actually breadcrumbs. What I found works really well with this is I took some the cheapest hard taco shells I could find at the store, and I just ground them up into a flour. I'm going to add some additional spices to this. Some garlic powder, onion powder. I might take everything that's in that cabinet and put it in there, shake them up. Then after you coat these with honey, just roll them in the bread mixture. And I usually throw a little bit of baking soda in it.
Baking soda?
Baking soda, just
Or cornstarch?
I'm sorry, cornstarch, not baking soda. Let me see. Cornstarch. And just coat your cubes. Throw them in the air fryer. You can bake them. Okay, for the mushrooms, I'm probably gonna have some cocktail sauce with it. Throw a bunch of horseradish in there until the flames come out of your ears. That's the way I like it. For the cubes, I made some Chinese dipping sauce. About 4 tablespoons of hoisin sauce. A couple tablespoons of ground ginger. If you have a ginger plant, you know, grind it up, that's fine, but I've never done it in my life, so I'm not going to do it now.
So a couple tablespoons or maybe teaspoons, do you think? Yeah.
Well, it's to your liking. You know, you got to taste the ginger. This is pretty strong. And I put about 4 tablespoons of honey in it, about a teaspoon of soy sauce, and a couple spots of sriracha. And Jeanette said it tasted pretty good.
Yeah, it does. So I have a question.
Yes.
The ground up tortillas, did you use hard taco shells?
Hard taco shells, yes.
Okay.
The cheapest ones you can get. It doesn't matter. and then spice them up any other way you want to. But these give it a nice, it's better than breadcrumbs. Breadcrumbs get too fine. These actually, you think they'd be very coarse, but when they cook down, it's a very it's a very nice light coating on it.
Okay.
And they're made of corn, so and it works really well. You just got to keep an eye on them so they don't burn. That's about it for Thanksgiving dinner. Well, excuse me.
You mean Easter?
And you can also have it for Easter. But we'll see tomorrow, and then with the mashed potatoes and the appetizers and maybe a side veggie and some beers. And,
Sounds like a good time.
and we're gonna have the best Thanksgiving you ever saw. Yeah, we'll have it on Easter. That's fine.